Good evening, everyone. I'm Jonathan. I'm reporting to you from Tokyo, Japan. Hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Here is the latest information that I have as of Saturday evening. I am recording this at 9 o'clock or shortly after 9 o'clock Japan time. Night has fallen over the country, and that includes those located in Kyushu, and the situation just continues to, deteriorate in terms of what officials are having to face as we go forward in time. Here is the latest information that we know so far. According to officials, 37 people have died so far since Thursday night. 28 people died as a result of Saturday morning's earthquake, and 9 died from Thursday night's foreshock that was taking place. For those of you who may not be aware of the earthquake information, a magnitude 7.3 earthquake hit at around 1:25 Saturday morning in Kumamoto Prefecture. That's located in the largest far western island of Japan, called Kyushu. And this particular quake, being a magnitude 7.3, was only about 12 kilometers deep, and that means it was very close to the surface level, making it for a very, very difficult time for those on the island. On the Japan Meteorological Agency seismic intensity scale, which means they measure not necessarily the magnitude of the quake in the ground level, but what it felt like at the surface. And the quake that was measured in Kumamoto Prefecture Saturday morning was a 6 plus out of a maximum of 7. So it was a very powerful quake. As a result of the quake, also about 2,000 people were treated in area hospitals on Saturday. Officials are also saying that 90 houses in the prefecture have been completely destroyed, and nearly 800 of them are partially destroyed. If you haven't seen any of the video, if you just look online, if you check out my Facebook page, you'll be able to see some of the pictures there. Many of the facilities and buildings and houses on the first floor have completely collapsed. So you can't get into the first floor. It's gone for many of the people who are living there. Even apartments, a good example of where first floors are completely gone because of the earthquake. Officials have advised up to 170,000 people to evacuate at this time. Many of them are in evacuation shelters. And now, because of the amount of people, because there's so many being asked to evacuate, quite a few of them are also being evacuated to area schools, because they are currently, many of them are outside, too afraid to actually go indoors. But because not only is their safety very important, but for the fact that landslides have been taking place and heavy rain is coming into the picture as we go through the overnight period, it is necessary for them to at least find some way of getting shelter during the overnight period. And so many of the schools in the area have been opened up for that particular purpose. As you would expect, because the ground has been shifting, utility services have been disrupted. That includes hundreds of thousands of people that do not have electricity, that do not have gas, and also do not have access to tap water. My understanding is a lot of bottled water has been brought to the area, but tap water access has been restricted. Obviously, when your water is restricted that way, it affects a lot of the facilities in the area as well. Transportation has been a big issue for those who are living there. The roads have been really broken up at this point. You may be able to get to very few areas, but bridges have collapsed due to these earthquakes, and there have been many aftershocks that have been just as powerful, anywhere from what we call a Shindo scale -5 to a 6 plus. So the upper tiers of the seismic intensity scale, those level of tremors have been felt over the entire day throughout Kumamoto Prefecture and also in a nearby Oita Prefecture. These are very powerful quakes that continue to take place along a couple of fault lines that are across Kyushu. Not only have roadways been really broken up, we're talking about problems with trains. The Shinkansen bullet train has been halted. Kumamoto Airport has been shut down. No flights have been going in and out for Saturday, and Sunday is also included with this particular situation. The only other possibility when it comes to mass transit, ferries. They have also been suspended because Kumamoto port has taken on substantial damage, and so people are having to stay put. For those who are located in areas where they really need to be able to get out of the area within Kyushu, the self-defense forces have been helping people to at least get to a safer location within the island. Whenever we talk about natural disasters, especially since 2011, Fukushima and any kind of nuclear facility is usually the top question. The only operating plant in Japan happens to be in Kyushu, and that is the Sendai plant. So far, the officials continue to monitor the situation and have reported no irregularities, and so that is a good thing right now. Nothing has been reported, and therefore everything is running as usual. We are continuing to monitor the weather situation. This is what we're concerned about. The fact that heavy rain is on its way to Kyushu. The bulk of the rain is expected to pass west of the island and toward the Korean peninsula. But as we go through the overnight hours, especially between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m., heavy rainfall is expected in Kyushu, moderately to heavy rain. And so we're still concerned with more landslides. There are already landslides because of the ground being as loose as it is. More landslides are likely to take place as this rainfall comes into the picture. And so officials have already made adjustments to the warning and advisory systems in order to make sure that people can get the information as quickly as possible. That is the latest from here in Tokyo and in Japan. Continue to keep these people in your prayers, and I will try to keep you posted as I continue to get more information here in Japan. Hope you have a safe day wherever you are.